I did not see this one coming. And Memphis Grizzlies coach David Tinsdale has been relieved of his duties and fired as the Memphis Grizzlies head coach. This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boston Clinic and more. You know how we do it. And golly, they had lost 11 out of 13 without Mike Conley. And we know Mike Conley is one of the most underappreciated, undervalued, and underrated players in the NBA. Very vital to what Memphis does. And we know Memphis has had a lot of turnover over the years. Getting rid of Rudy Gay, talking about the analytics, he was a cancer to the team, but he was the only guy to get his own shot. Then getting rid of Zach Randolph and Tony Allen and, trying to, whatever they trying to do, in Memphis. And it really came to a breaking point yesterday. Marc Gasol was benched in the third quarter and for the rest of the game. And he said he was so angry that he couldn't even show how angry he was to reporters yesterday. He was benched during the Brooklyn Nets game. And whatever reason David Tinsdale benched him, he tried to show his power as the head coach and probably teach Gasol a lesson. I'm going to link the article in the description. It didn't work. The lesson turned on him. And the ownership and the general manager and all, to the top, all the way down to the bottom, they agreed to fire this guy over the Gasol thing. And they know Gasol is their centerpiece. But to me, with or without Gasol, they ain't winning nothing. As is, they ain't winning nothing. They best chance when they had, Rudy Gay, Tony Allen, and O.J. Mayo, and, Conley, Gasol, and all those guys. That was their best chance for the championship. It's over with now. They just, riding the wave right now. And they had a good start to the season. But at the end of the day, nobody takes Memphis serious as a championship team. Period. You get rid of 5 teams from the West and 5 teams from the East, and they still probably wouldn't win the championship. You see what I'm saying? And, David Tinsdale did an excellent job last year, but it wasn't good enough. And it just shows you how minority coaches in the NBA are on a short leash, period. You look at the guy in Minnesota, Tom Thibodeau, one of the most talented teams from top to bottom in the league. He ain't cut the cheese this year, and he ain't cutting the cheese. Last year he ain't cutting the cheese this year, and guarantee he has more job security than David Tinsdale. He could bench the starting 5 and still have his job. You dig? And it is what it is though. Tinsdale, he probably didn't see that coming, but I heard Marc Gasol wanted to be traded because of this, and like I said, it's a players' league. And the coaches don't have any power. And that's why I would not want to be an NBA professional head coach or NFL professional head coach. There's no job security. This dude Tinsdale did an excellent job with Memphis and did what he could. And I don't see any coach doing a better job than him, what he done with Memphis the last year and a half or a year and a quarter. But I'd rather go to college. You get more job security in college, football and basketball, and they make just as much money, if not more money. And you can mold young men and have them be ready for the world as well as you follow their maturation and help them become men. And hopefully David Tinsdale get another shot, or get a shot in NCAA basketball, man, because, you don't need this pro crap, man. These owners and these general managers want these coaches to work miracles with these players. At the end of the day, can't work miracles when you don't have the talent like Golden State, Cleveland, and guys like that if you don't have the talent. They want you to work. They want you to turn water into wine without grapes and nothing else. And it is what it is. Hopefully David Tinsdale enjoys a nice little payday he going to get for getting fired. And hopefully he can find a job in college because he'll be an excellent fit, helping mold young men into men and going on to contribute into the world and have great lives. And I think he seems to come as the guy that can do that. He get a lot of bagging. He get a lot of love from what he did in Miami. And he's a good coach, man. I can tell he's a good coach, man. But like I said, it's a players' league, and the players always going to rule it. Marc Gasol wasn't happy. One of them probably fired, and he got fired. It was what it was. You move on. Don't hang your head over Tinsdale. You move on. Memphis ain't going to never win shit, no way. With or without you, with or with Marc Gasol, ain't nobody coming to Memphis to play, And that's how they do the minority coaches. That's how they do the black coaches, man. They got a short leash. Brian Shaw, Earl Watson. I can go on and on. These guys with a short leash. Byron Scott had a short leash. You know what I mean? And look at Luke Walton. He doing the same losing shit, making the same bad decisions that, a lot of coaches don't even make. But at the end of the day, Tinsdale will move on. Hopefully he finds something bigger and better and be able to contribute to the sport of basketball and the sport of young men in college. I think that's a good move for him. And like I said, Memphis ain't going to be shit. Let's keep it real. I hope they franchise just go in the gutter because of this, because this was a wrong move. I understand Marc Gasol. They could have sat him down and got it together. There was one instance. And if they didn't like each other, they didn't like each other. I feel them on that. But at the end of the day, you a head coach. You a player. We gone.